Hi everyone, welcome back to Salmon and Cod Playtime. Today we are playing with little cat and little bird again. Remember, little cat is the X numbers because if you cut the X in half, it kind of looks like kitty cat whiskers. Remember? So the kitty cat will always be the little X numbers. This is our kitty cat and he can only run across the ground. Remember? He can't fly, he can only go across the ground. But this is our little birdie. See little birdie? He's so cute. Little birdie wants to get away from the cat, so he likes to fly up. And he's going to be the Y numbers because every time that cat goes to chase him, he screams, "Why? Why are you chasing me?" And he wants to fly up, up, up to get away from that little kitty cat. Okay? Well, today we're going to be talking about patterns because I love patterns. I love when things kind of fall in the same place. It looks really cool. So let's try it today, okay? So I can show you what I'm talking about. Let's say that little cat is chasing the bird. And let's say that he can go one space every time he goes to chase the bird. And every time he chases that bird, let's say that little birdie goes too high. Every single time. Well, let's see what happens. Let's play along, okay? We're going to use this little guy to represent the spaces that they move on the chart, okay? So if little kitty went one space over, remember, little kitty runs across the ground. So if little kitty ran across the ground one space, and little birdie went, "Why are you chasing me?" And little birdie went up two spaces. On our chart here, that's the point that we would mark. That's where they would be, okay? But what if little kitty went over one more space? Boop, boop. Whoops. Let's leave that one right here. Let's get a new one. What if little kitty, starting at this spot right here, went over one more spot? And what if little birdie went up two more spots? Well, then that's where they would be. They would be at 2, 4. I don't know if you can see that. 4. Let's move little birdie for just a second. They would end up, this little guy is now at 2, 4. Okay, that's where they end up now. Now, what if they moved the same number of spaces? What if they moved this number of spaces again? Starting right here where we just left off, what if little kitty went over one space? And that little birdie, he went up 2 spaces again. That's where the next space would be. The next pattern piece would be. It would be at 3, 6. Now, I don't know if you can tell this or not, but when we do this pattern every single time, it can form. I'm going to move these over just a second, okay? Don't freak out. We're going to move them for just a second. It starts to form a line. Can you see this line? Yeah, that line is right there. So if I make this line a little taller, do you see this point right here? That should be our next spot. Let's see if it works. If little kitty starts right here and he goes over one spot and little birdie goes up 2 spots again. 1, 2. Yep. Right on that line is exactly where that one ended up. So we didn't mark this one on the chart, so let's mark this one. Let's go back here. This one ended up at 3, 6. And I am writing upside down, and I cannot do a 6 upside down and sideways. I'm sorry, everybody. So we got to do it like that. And then the next spot is going to be 4, 8. And this forms a pattern. If we kept going in this pattern, and if this chart got bigger and bigger, we could tell you where the cat would go, moving only 1 space at a time, and where that birdie would go, only moving 2 spaces at a time. Because it forms this nice, pretty line. See how that works? All right, let's try another one, okay? You did really good on this, by the way. You guys did really good. Okay, let's erase this. And let's try another one. We're going to use the very same helpers here. Let's put them over here in our little helper order. We'll put them right over here. Okay, let's get another set of numbers. Let's do, what do I have over here? I don't even know what I have over here. Let's see. Let's do this one. Let's do 2 and 3 this time. okay? What if little cat moved 2 spaces each time and little bird moved 3 spaces each time? Let's put our cat here and our little birdie here, okay? If little cat moves 2 spaces each time, let's get our first little guy here. Let's move 2 spaces, 1, 2. And if birdie moved 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, that is going to be our first point, okay? And they are called points. That's a point on our graph, okay? So let's put down our points over here. Let's put down the coordinates. It's called where you put things on here is called the coordinates. It's kind of a cool word. It makes you sound super mathy. 2, 3. Is that 3 going the right way? Yes, it is. I am backwards and upside down, so it's very hard for me to see if these things are going the right way. Okay, now let's do it again. If little cat started at this point right here, and he went over 2, 1, 2, and little birdie went up 3 more, 1, 2, 3. That's the next point on our chart. What is that? Where did we end up? We ended up at 4. So we're going to put our 4 here. And we ended up at 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're on the 6th line right here. So we're going to write I always have to get up to write my 6s because I can't see nothing upside down. There we go. So the next point was 4, 6. Now let's see what the next one's going to be. I think it's going to take us off our chart, but it's okay. That's an okay thing to do. Here we go. So if cat goes over 2 from this spot, 1, 2, and little birdie goes up 1, 2, 3. Yep, that kind of took us off. But you know what? That's just going to be okay. That point would be 6. Oh, look at me writing upside down and sideways. 6, 7, 8, 9. So, do you think I can write a 9 upside down? Oh, that might be horrible. I don't know. Oh, no, that looks pretty good. Look at it. That's pretty darn good. So we're now at 6, 7, 8. He would be at 9. Okay, he'd be all the way up here. Now, we can move these over, and in their spots, we can put a line. We can draw a line right through those points where they all crossed. And with this line, we could extend this line out, and it would tell us all the next points that these would touch, and all the points along the way. All of these form a point, a little point, a little circle, a little point on the graph. Instead of these little people, we'd put a little circle. We'd put a little point. And then we'd draw a line through all those points, a straight line, to show the pattern, to show what the next spot on our pattern would be. Good job, everybody. You did so good learning with me today. I am so proud of you. You are doing great. We will come again and we will play again next time, okay? Just remember that the X numbers are the kitty cat numbers and the Y numbers are the birdie numbers. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Thanks for playing with us, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.